Live chat time. Betty joins. Boom. Close page. Let's wait for some people. Hello. Hi, Angel. Hi, One Love Son. Well, hey, guys. Reason. Plushie. I haven't seen you in a while, Plushie. Hey, Chris. Hey, Cassidy. So, guys, I am doing great. Just tired all the time for no reason. So, guys, I've been doing a lot of work preparing for all the upcoming shows. So, number one, I thought I was going to have to get rid of the school, but I was able to convert it into like a larger size. That's why it's missing its doors right now. But yay, we get to keep the high school. So, for everyone who doesn't know, it's Andrea. Hi, Andrea. Sean, I loved the BGC reunion part 2. What do you consider the biggest fight? From part 1 would probably have been Mackenzie and Jupiter versus JoJo. For part 2, it's gonna be Melanie versus Danny and JoJo / Amber and Danny versus Danielle, while Melanie fights JoJo, and then Morgan gets up, and then Danny tries to fight Morgan, and then blah blah blah. So it's a lot of stuff. Hey, how are you doing? I love your videos. I've been planning to do the BGC 15. I've been good. Now that I'm done with school, I have been going ham, guys. Like, I know it seems like I disappear, but I'm actually working on a lot of stuff. Let me show you guys. Rolling over here. This is my whole crazy art section going on right now. But there's a lot of headless people because I've been making a lot of head sculpts. Right here, I'm working on children for the 1/12 scale size. So, like, we've got, a bunch of new heads made. This is all clay, but then they get turned to plastic. For the... For Target, I'm going to be converting it to 1/12 scale. So if you guys don't know, I've decided to switch back to 1/12 scale after I do this reunion. Someone said, when will we get TFC episode 2? I plan on re-releasing TFC in March. Like, coming out with... Technically, it's going to be season 1, or season 2, episode 1 again. So the little campground episode was kind of an in-between season. So I decided to make it just the reunion episode. Someone said, I love that you get a degree and been doing the cartoons. Yes, I finished college like a month ago, and now we are back, and I am going to go full force. I have made... Look at this. Oop. I sculpted a bunch of stuff today. Well, actually, the past 3 days, I've made like 20 different head sculpts. I made a bunch of kid head sculpts. There's even more in the oven. I made a new Patrice head sculpt. This one's a new... Pretty much I decided to resculpt everybody, guys, because I just felt like the 1/12 ones just weren't eating. So we got some new head sculpts, and they're going to look really cute. I can tell. But this one's a new Alexis one, a new Melanie one for the Melanie show, a new Cassandra, because I wasn't feeling her 1/12 scale head sculpt. Who's this? Oh, Emery. We got some new pumpkin ones, which all of these are clay, so they're not casted into plastic yet. So ignore the skin tones. It's just white clay, but... Let's see. So we got a cute little pumpkin head for the Smashing Pumpkins one. So we got a few of those. I made Ghost Face again for the new Scream show, guys. Who's this? This one's gonna be Raelle. We got Rachel, which is Olivia's friend. We've got Darius, which is Cassandra's new gay best friend. I got Cowgirl Boots for Melanie. Bare Feet for the 1/12 scales. And then these are Patrice's arms, because I was doing some updates on Patrice. Right now, I've got Jason in the oven. I've got a new Zoe, which is the little kid sculpt. Okay, let's see. Sorry, guys. Sean, will you do a Scream 6? I'm not doing a Scream 6. I'm doing a Scream series. So you guys are getting a series. Mackenzie's one of the main characters. So that's why I sculpted a new Ghostface head sculpt for the new Scream series. There's going to be 11 Ghostface. Sean, will you ever do a Bad versus Wild? Probably not a Bad versus Wild, but possibly... I keep losing my train of thought. Possibly an all-star battle. Guys, this looks like such a mess, but there's a lot going on. Like, whenever I get into a big project, a lot happens. Oh, and of course, some new body sculpts, too. So this is not exactly the plus-sized male. It's the in-between, so it's like the thick male, but kind of like the dad bod. That's for Darius. Who's mopping, Jupiter or Jackie? Ooh... I don't know. That one would be tricky. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe close to a tie. Wasn't Savannah going to be a bully on TFC 2? Not season 2, but she will be back. There's a possibility she's going to be friends with Bren because they do the surfing thing. So she will be back with Bren eventually, but probably not till surf season's back again. Let's see. Will Jupiter meet her match in the future? I mean, she's definitely got a few matches out there. Patrice would be one of them. Melanie might do some work. You guys will see Melanie goes crazy at this reunion. Bianca could probably hold her own. I feel like Jenna was holding her own, but Jenna's going to work on her balance. Sean, will Mr. Cookie be in a show again? Yes. This is the year that I'm finally going to do Never Bake Gingerbread Cookies number 3, so he will be back for that. We've also got Patrice has new thighs, and we also got the Heart Demon in here to be casted again, so he'll be back. Mr. Cookie is also in the New Year's special. Sean, I think I said this before, but you should make a Discord. Yes, I actually do have a Discord. I just never use it. Sean, why does Jupiter push people like that? Because she's big. She's like Jupiter. In fact, she's over here in the corner. Look at her tall ass. Obviously this is 1/12 scale Jupiter, but still. She is literally the same size as a guy. Like, she's 6'3", and Patrice is 6'4". Where's Emma? Emma's actually about to be sculpted. So Olivia's in the oven right now. Jason's in the oven, and Zoe, the little kid. And also, guys, when the store opens, for once I will have like kid figures for sale too. So you guys will be able to buy kid figures, 1/12 scale figures. I won't sell Ghostface until October because I want him to be a special Halloween figure. So in October, you'll be able to get Ghostface. So, where is BGC 20 Part 2? It was just a week as of yesterday since Part 1. But it's almost done. In fact, I will be releasing the trailer soon, guys. Very soon. I still have to do the voiceovers for Part 2, though. BGC 21 should have one episode where they come back and get karma. Melinda might kind of be their karma, but I know a lot of people want strong villains for season 21, so there's a surprise. And no, it's not any former Bad Girls coming back, but there's a surprise because it's highly requested for 21. And then the villains are very strong that season, so they do beat up many people. Not Zari. They can't whoop Zari because she's too strong, but she does go home early because she just says it's not her vibe. Also, did Amber's voice actress change? Yes, she did. We do have a new voice actress named Anna. Trauma Queen has left the project. So, we do have a new voice actress. Wait, 11 ghost faces. Yes, so it's called Scream Cult, guys, which I'm hoping to start filming that right after BGC reunion's done and we start working on TFC. I want to start working on Scream Cult. So there's 11 ghost faces. Yes, Slay, but how do you make... Wait, how do you make the dolls? So as you can see, I use clay first. So I'm just sculpting with this clay, which is this process right here. So, I just sculpted like Patrice today. I sculpted Chelsea, I think she's in the oven. I sculpted Emery yesterday. And honestly, I wish my camera would focus, but these head sculpts are coming out really cute. Like, I'm doing a new eye shape, if you guys can see. So they have like almost like anime looking eyes. So it's still round and cartoonish, but with a little cat eye type of shape to it, and it looks really good. So a lot of the girls have that. The guys don't, but um oh, this one's Kenya, so I made Kenya for the Melanie show again. Who's this one? Rael. So yeah, I sculpted a lot of people. Hello, Sean. I'm your fan. Send kiss to Brazil. Well, I'm so happy that we have a viewer from Brazil. Kisses to Brazil. Will you ever do a Bad Girls All-Star Battle? Yes. Eventually, I will. Season 21 is going to actually have challenges. It's a test season to see how challenges turn out for Bad Girls Club. So season 21 is going to be completely different than all the other seasons. They will have the chance to win money. And sorry guys, I'm choking. And they'll also be doing challenges. So it'll be super exciting. From Rio. That is so cool. Thoughts on the Baddies East reunion? Tasiki ate with no crumbs. I do think ET stood on business. So I think that it looked like ET won most of her other fights, but yeah, she definitely got tossed and thrown by Tasiki. Rolly's big, grommet looking ass. It looks like Camilla was getting her until Camilla fell, but yeah, I'm still rooting for my girl Camilla. Patrice, Patrice versus Giant Tasiki. Well, Giant Tasiki would beat up Patrice. Sincere versus Gabby. Sincere would probably win, but they're pretty close. Will you ever do a Krishan doll? Probably not, to be honest. Only because I'm washing my hands with Krishan right now. Her and her situation is just too draining. She needs to get it together first. Jupiter versus Rocky. I think Jupiter would whoop. More like a Tasiki. Now, Tasiki I might do. I think Tasiki's really cute. Someone said, do you pick subscribers to voice act? Yes, I actually do hold auditions. So if you guys don't follow my Instagram, it's Sean.shows. I don't know if I can comment on here. Oh, I can't. Well, it's Sean.shows.iconic. So literally, Sean shows iconic, just with a period in between each word. And that's my Instagram. I do hold auditions. You should do a mini fight with Bianca and Jupiter or Bianca and Taylor. So there is supposed to be a mini fight of Bianca versus Taylor soon. So I'm going to film that after I do the reunion. Sean, personally, I think that Jenna won that fight against Mackenzie. Yes, Jenna did win the fight against Mackenzie because most of Mackenzie's hits did not connect because Jenna was minking her. Ooh, Jupiter versus Rocky is interesting. I feel like Jupiter would win because she's quicker and she's taller than Rocky too. Now Rocky is strong, but I feel like Jupiter would bop her. Jupiter would be like a giant Jen pretty much, and Jen was definitely keeping up with Rocky. Oh my god. Wasn't Savannah finna be on TFC 2? Um, also, can I cuss? I think you can, but YouTube might hide the message and put it for review. But yeah, Savannah is supposed to be on TFC. She's one of Bren's friends because Bren's also a surfer and Savannah also does surfing too. So you will see Savannah soon, just not yet, but she will be back. I want to see Jupiter and Patrice fight. Ooh, that one would. I might do a mini fight of that one. Yes, the villain got hands this time. Yes. So the villains are Brittany, which she's a mid to upper three, so she's not super good. She's inspired by Trisha Paytas. Then there's Amani and Kalani. Um, and then they're friends too. Let's see. Yes, Savannah will be back eventually. Who would win? Sasha, the one that beat Melinda, or Patrice, Melanie, and Zari? They might be able to. You know what? Sasha might tear him up in the end, but they would definitely start off strong. Sincere versus Gabby. Probably still Sincere, but very close to a tie. Seven versus Chelsea. Who's mopping? I have to see Seven fight more. I feel like we barely ever get to see Seven fight. She's like, she fights in the shadows or something. Like, we didn't really get to see her do too much with Kiana besides that one fight. Even that street fight they recorded, they only got like the last part. And then she kind of hopped on Sarah, like when Sarah was sitting down. So I just really need to see Seven square up with someone before. So I'm going to say Chelsea for now. Sasha versus Ty. I still would say Sasha because she's 8'8" and has more hands than Melinda. Someone said, how many episodes for BGC? BGC 21's not gonna be a super long season. It's gonna be literally like 4 to 5 episodes. I am shrinking down a lot of the shows, so they don't take as long to film. Cause, yeah, honestly, so it's gonna be about probably 5 episodes, I'd say, and then a 2-part reunion. Let's see. How do you paint the dolls? I just use acrylic paint like this. How do Brooke and Patrice meet in TFC? They just meet at school. So they go to the same school and they become friends. And which is how Brooke and Taylor end up fighting with each other. So Tasiki versus Jupiter, probably Tasiki. Camilla fell because she tried to pick up Rolly. I did see she tried to do like the little like alligator roll that she's done to like Elise before, and Rolly's just too big. She built like a beanbag chair. Sean, could Ronda Rousey beat Tasiki? Maybe not punching wise, but I definitely think Ronda could take Tasiki down. Jupiter versus Zari, probably Zari, and you guys will see Zari is one of the only characters that can low-key beat Patrice. Sean, could you make a Brazilian dubbed BGC channel? The only problem is I don't know how to speak that language, so it would be hard to dub the channel. Maybe like closed captions if someone translated. Who do you think would win, Jupiter or Patrice? I think Patrice would win in the end. Sean, will you make a character who fights like Tasiki? Eventually, yeah. Which, I mean, Amani might be kind of like... Amani has the best hands on BGC 21. She is a mid to high 2. Or she's more of like a low to mid 2, actually, I would say. So she's like... She'd be even a little quicker than Jenna. E.T. versus Red Hair Danny. I think E.T. would probably win. Have you thought about making a love show? Yes, there is a love show actually coming out this year, guys. which is where you get Amber versus Jupiter and Amber versus Bianca, because they're all on the love show together. It's kind of like X on the Beach, and it's called Love's a Beach. So you guys will get a love show. It's probably not going to happen till near the end of summer, though. But yeah. Or put characters with the names like Bela. Do Brazil in one of your series. I mean, I thought Brazil's a beautiful place with beautiful people. Smiley versus Gabby. I'm giving it to Gabby. Stassi versus Kay. I feel like Stassi might win. Is Sasha the strongest character? So Sasha's not like that much stronger than Patrice. She was like, or Melinda. She's like literally slightly a little faster than Melinda, which is what made her beat Melinda. But she didn't like beat Melinda up. She just kind of got her down, and she was one of the first people to like drop Melinda. So technically, Sasha, humanish wise, would be the strongest. But Melinda, as of right now, is currently the strongest humanoid character. And I say humanoid because Melinda's technically a giant. She's not like human. Sean, how about Tasiki versus Jupiter? Tasiki would win. So see Stassi, wait, Stassi again? I've never made Stassi yet. Who is that dude under Jupiter? This is, Aiden, aka Chelsea's boyfriend. The one that got her pregnant. Jen from BGC 10 versus Jenna. I think Jenna would win from BGC 20. When is the reunion part 2? I'm filming it right now. I'm hoping to release the trailer like this weekend, and then it would probably be next week because we still have to do voiceovers, so I have to make sure everyone's available first. So it's like, girl, not the beanbag. The beanbag chair. Rolly a beanbag. She a whole beanbag. She a whole jelly bean. Okay, let's see. Anna versus Melanie. Melanie would win. Anna's too small. Melanie could dump her on her head. Jupiter needs to be a mean girl in the next season. So, I mean, Jupiter won't be on Bad Girls Club again unless we do an all-star battle, but she will be on the Love Show, so you guys get to see her on there. Jenna versus Tasiki. Tasiki would win. Can you make Zari have long hair? Yes. I will give Zari long hair for BGC 21. So she'll have a few hairstyles, and she's going to pull an Amber and fight someone in front of the house. So she is an original, but she goes home quickly because she gets jumped, and then she fights them. Well, she fights one of them outside. So technically, she's the strongest in the house. Like, physically, she can... Well, Melinda is, but... Yes, guys, Melinda will be on BGC 21, by the way. But she's a replacement. But in the beginning, she's the strongest, but they jump her. She goes home. Then Amani's the second strongest, and she's a villain, and she jumps a few people. We've got a character named Deanna. She's like Kiana from BGC 17, like overly dramatic and drama starting. Someone said Naj versus Amani. It would kind of be like E.T. versus Naj again. Very close. So, almost a tie, probably. Someone said, Melanie would beat Anna. Yeah, she would. Oh, someone said, I'm back. I legit just got grounded. Oh, my lord. So, who's the good girls? Who's the good girls and the bad girls? Okay, for BGC 21. Oh, someone said Rolly's built like Fluffy Puff. Rolly looked like a whole cotton candy swirl. Okay, so for the bullies of BGC 21, it's Amani, Kalani, yes, their names rhyme, and then Brittany. So they are the villains of BGC 21. They want to win that coin. Eric, her name's Erin. She technically is kind of like Danny, red-haired Danny, where she's friends with them at first, but she doesn't really like their bullying, so she ends up fighting with them, and they kind of turn on her. Um, and she becomes friends with the other girls, but she tries to be neutral at first with everybody. Um, I don't know if people will like Deanna or not. I guess she's kind of like Judy mixed with Kiana. So she's kind of a good girl, but overly dramatic, but good for TV. Um, who else is there? There's Gabby, who also goes home. There's Zari, who's a good girl, but she goes home. There's a new replacement who's coming for Melanie's crown as the red-haired girl from BGC. Her name's Annie. Um, there's Grace, who's a replacement. Um, I might put Miami on there because a lot of people really liked Miami, which was the green-haired girl from BGC 20 who got in the street fight. And then there's Sincere. She's a good girl. She fights with them. And then Melinda, of course. Melinda's not really good or bad. She's just Melinda. She does Melinda things. Who won that fight? Jupiter versus Amber. I can't tell you, but it's a good one. It's quick, though. It's not like a big... They don't fight hardcore on that one necessarily. It's like a scuffle. Like, it's quick. Security breaks them up quick on the Love Show. But there's guy fights and girl fights on the Love Show. Sean, if Melanie and Rhonda could, in real life, could join forces, could they beat Zari? Probably. Jupiter versus me? I don't know, because I'm only 5'6" in real life. So Jupiter is almost a foot taller. I'm putting that work in on Jupiter. Bop, bop, bop. Like, I'm not going down without fight. No. Someone said no, Rolly. Chelsea shows. You should make a character that's inspired by Lovely Peaches. Ooh, Lovely Peaches is something else. I have a feeling Rolly whooped Anna, Rolly, Biggie, and Camilla. I don't know. Anna was kind of popping her. Like in that small clip we saw, she kind of snatched Rolly's little mullet thing and just was like, bop, bop, bop. So, honestly, if you just keep moving with Rolly, that's the goal. Like, these little, like, skinny girls have to realize when they're fighting Rolly, you can't try to rush Rolly. She's literally almost 300 pounds. And I'm not even saying that in a mean way. She literally said, like, at the time, she was like 290 or something. That's almost 300 pounds. No way Anna, who probably weighs 115, is going to be able to rush a 300-pound woman. I'm just saying. Sean, I think you should keep the pink and blonde hair before you redid the BGC sculpt. Are you talking about Morgan's original look? Morgan changes her hair all the time. She's one of those girls that always dyes her hair. Hence why her hair has changed colors like 10 times now. So I'm sure when you guys see Morgan again, she'll have different hair again. BGC 20 when the house was small. Who is Sasha? So Sasha is pretty much Melinda's alternate universe self, where she's actually black and not white. So it was in one of the comic series where Melinda like met her pretty much her alternate self, and they ended up like fighting, and Sasha like flipped Melinda, but it was almost a tie. So I'm not saying Sasha like is like 100% better than Melinda, because it was almost a tie in the fight. Billy versus Patrice? I don't know. Possibly Billy. Where did Amber learn how to fight? Honestly, mostly street fighting. What happened to that Jessica girl that Patrice threw? She got injured and she threatened to sue the show, and she never came back. Hence why she wasn't at the reunion. Melinda versus Jenna. Now we know Melinda gonna eat her up. Ronda Rousey versus Patrice. Depends on if Ronda can take Patrice down or not. Stassi versus Kay. I still think Stassi. But Kay's going to put up a good fight. Better than Shelly. Rolly versus Melinda. Melinda Markin Rolly. Jupiter versus Taylor. I think Jupiter would win in the end, but Taylor would definitely get good hits in. Kind of like Jenna. Natalie versus Jenna. Jenna's washing Natalie. Is that Ice Spice in the corner? Yes. She's over here. Now, I am going to give Ice Spice a new head sculpt because this is technically Bianca's head sculpt. But yes, Ice Spice is still over here with her little cute hair that got pulled and snatched. We got Miami over in the other corner. Hold on. Ooh! Let go of my chair. Beach. Here's Miami. She's chilling over here. Oh, and this is like a cute kitchen set I got, which I'm going to put in Melanie's house. But look at this. Isn't this cute? Look, it works. I love that. It's got like a little drawer and everything. And then it's got this cute little bench. It's got like one of those like, I don't know. I got this at Hobby Lobby. And it's got these cute chairs. And it came with this fridge, but the fridge is kind of short. Like, but I can fix that. Is BGC 20 Amber the best fighter on season? Patrice, Melanie, and then Amber and Jenna are close. Or Patrice, Melanie, Jupiter, and Amber and Jenna are all kind of similar. So BGC 20 did have some good fighters on it. Rolly versus Jupiter. I think Jupiter winning. As long as she puts her hair up. Camilla's mistake in that fight, she wore something loose that Rolly could grab. Like, had she worn something tighter, Rolly wouldn't have been able to grip it, and I think she could have bopped. Because Rolly has to grab something. Rolly has to get her hands on you, or she doesn't know what to do. Because I'm sorry, but Rolly really can't fight. She can't. She has to grab something in order to, like, do that little, like, drum beat on you. And if she can't grab you, she just looks like she's swimming, pretty much. Like when Jayla was mink, mink, mink. Like, Rolly couldn't fight. Naj versus Jupiter and Camilla versus Jupiter. Well, Naj's fighting is what inspired Jupiter's fighting style. So I feel like it'd be a tie. And then for Camilla versus Jupiter, I think Jupiter would win because she's tall just like Camilla, but fights like Naj. Biggie versus Taylor. I think Taylor's going to win that one. Lucci V versus Bianca. I'd have to see Lucci V fight more because I heard she can rumble. That's all I know. Hey, Sean, I want to know why didn't put Gwen and Serena at the reunion? Because they didn't want to go. So I try to keep the reunions realistic. Ooh, I'm running over my... So there's certain characters that don't want to go. Now, everyone in BGC 20 was contracted to show up. And another thing about my reunion is they're contracted to wear, like, they have to dress up. Like, they can't dress just to fight. So everyone came to the BGC 20 reunion. Otherwise, there's a few characters that probably would have dipped out. But for BGC 18, since it was just a follow-up reunion, they didn't have to go. And they did not want to go. Taylor whooping Biggie. Amani versus Cash. I don't know. Cash wins and loses sometimes. Like, I feel like sometimes she comes in really hard and fights really good. And the other time she just randomly just barely fights back and just gets thrown around. So Cash is a hard one. So I'm going to give it to Amani. Y'all crazy. Rolly looks good now. She does look good now. I've seen her update videos, but she still looked like Gromit at the reunion. So we're going to call her Gromit. Sean, you versus Jupiter. Brittany gonna have like long bleached blonde hair. Yes, she is. She's literally gonna look like Trisha Paytas. She's gonna be thick. She's gonna have the blonde hair. She's gonna have like kind of like thicker over like plumped lips. She's gonna look like Trisha Paytas. No shade. When is Serenity coming back? I mean, she becomes friends with Gabby on TFC, and then she'll be back for the BGC 17 reunion as well. Who does Sincere fight? So Sincere fights JoJo at the reunion, and then on BGC or on TFC she fights Emma because Emma tries to fight Chelsea, but Chelsea was pregnant at the time, but nobody knew. So Chelsea told her sister that she wasn't feeling good, but the girl's trying to fight her. So Sincere goes and fights Emma. Someone said Melinda. How about Hana? I'm about to sculpt Hana again. She's in a new series with aliens and Matt Manbun. So Hana will be back on her own series very shortly. What happened after Melanie gets jumped? Let's just say a full-on reunion brawl breaks out. So Melanie pushes JoJo off the stage, and then she kind of fights Danny for a second, but then Amber snatches Danny and throws her down. And then other Danny runs up and also jumps on that Danny. So she gets jumped for jumping, and then Melanie and JoJo kind of go at it one-on-one while they're fighting her. Then Morgan tries to like stop Danny from getting jumped, so then other Danny tries to fight Morgan, so it just turns into a big reunion fight. Amber versus Chelsea. Probably Amber in the end, but Chelsea is gonna definitely get good hits in. Chelsea versus Rolly. I don't know. Probably Chelsea. Who is Sasha? It's Melinda's alternate reality version of herself, but she's black. So, the black version of Melinda, pretty much. Anna versus Chelsea. Chelsea mopping. Does Melanie win even though they jumped her? I mean, the fight gets broken up, so she was windmilling her way out of it. But she does win her versus JoJo one-on-one. So, yes, technically. Someone said Morgans. Anna is the really skinny girl that fought Scotty on the baddies. Amanda and Phoebe versus Erica and Megan. Well, I feel like Phoebe could probably keep up with Erica, but I feel like Megan would whoop Amanda. Can we see the new levels? I have to redesign the whole thing first. Is Sasha black? Yes, she is. She is. Sasha is the alternate version of Melinda, but she's black. Imagine Peaches versus Rolly. Yikes. Wait, there's a comic series? Yes, I used to write comics all the time, and I'd sell them too. That's pretty much all the shows I'm coming out with this year are based off my comic series, besides obviously like TFC and Bear Grylls Club. JoJo versus Patrice. Definitely Patrice. Would Melanie versus Zari be like Jada versus Red since Melanie's small? Probably close, because Zari does have some really heavy hitters. She's not even like super fast. She just really knocks people with her punches. Miami looks like Suki. Ooh, period. Although I'm giving Miami a new sculpt. I just don't like how close together her eyes are, and I'm gonna like shape them a little bit better. But so she's gonna get resculpted shortly too. Suki versus JoJo, probably Suki. When are you gonna sell Jupiter? I will be releasing Jupiter with the launch, which is happening in April, guys. Like early April. Like I might even do it in March. I'm not sure, but we'll see if everything's ready by then. But as of right now, April is the official relaunch of the store on Etsy's, which I will be posting the link to when it relaunches, and I will be giving you guys advertisements too. Jenna versus Jayla. Honestly, Jenna's kind of based off Jayla in a sense, so I guess I would say tie. Did Melanie win when she got jumped? She won in the end because it turned into her versus JoJo because Danielle gets snatched by other people. Tasiki versus Zari. I feel like Tasiki would definitely be minking Zari up, but Zari would be probably knock Tasiki down if anything. Jayla versus Patrice. Patrice would probably win in the end, but good fight. What level is Jupiter? She is, I'd say she's probably a low 2. Like, it's fluctuating right now, but she was supposed to be like a mid to upper 3, but she's probably a low 2 because of her size. Miami versus Rolly. Rolly would probably win in the end. I want a rematch because Spice got through the wall by Patrice. Jayla versus Jenna, tie. Taylor versus Krishan, probably Krishan. Whoa Vicky versus Olivia, probably Whoa Vicky. If you guys have ever seen her actual fight with Bad Baby. Susu versus Morgan, probably Susu. Jenna versus Jayla, tie. Jada from BGC 12 versus Taylor, definitely Taylor. I found out your secret, Sean. The girl who versus Morgan is Gabby's voice. Well, yeah, the girl who voices Morgan voices Bailey. She voices Gabby. She voices Morgan. And who else does she voice? And Savannah. She voices Savannah, too. Who won, Sincere or Emma? Sincere does. Taylor versus Jenna, probably Jenna, but Taylor should do her big one. Whoa, Vicky versus Taylor. Taylor, period. Bye, Fallon. Did Chelsea keep the baby? She actually ends up losing the baby, so she was only like a month pregnant. She wasn't like super pregnant, but she had a miscarriage and had to go to the hospital. Who's the cast for Love on the Beach? Happy Lover. I answered that one. Guys, I think I'm really far behind. Girl, I already answered Jenna versus Jayla. I already said it's a tie like 10 times. So the cast for Love on the Beach. So as of right now, because we're putting a lot of bad girls on it, and then some new girls, there's going to be 10 girls and 10 guys. So out of the official cast that I know of right now, we're going to have Tristan, which is, he's going to be in the new Scream series, so you guys will know who he is soon. Chase. We're going to put Anthony, which is a newer character. Who else? Matt Manbun will probably be on there. And then a few new guy characters, because I need to create new guy characters. For bad girls, there's going to be Amber, Jenna, Bianca. Or Jenna's actually, she's one of the exes that come back. So scratch Jenna for now. Out of the main girls, Amber, Bren, Paige, Jupiter, Bianca, Chloe, and then new girls. And then, yeah, some of the exes that come back will be Xavier, Jenna. I'm trying to think who else. That's and then obviously new characters again. Why did Patrice change her dress? Because people thought that she was pregnant because of the flowers, because they kind of like popped out. So I put her in a gold dress instead. Zari would eat Mel. Jayla versus Jupiter. Probably Jupiter in the end. Ronda Rousey versus Cassandra. Probably Ronda Rousey. Hello, Antonio. Season 15 was really good. Which, guys, another thing I want to do with, like, the newer seasons. I want BGC 21 to be simple again. Like BGC 20, I put in a lot of extra details, and I think it turned out to be a good season, but I feel like people would have liked it either way if it was short or if it was so long. And it took so long to come out because the episodes were literally almost 30 minutes long. I'm not doing that again. I'm not gonna lie. Because I feel like, there's people who still really like older seasons better than like the newer seasons. And I don't think the length really matters as long as the storyline is good. And I kind of miss how fun and cute and simple the older Bad Girls Club seasons that I did were. Like BGC 17, like BGC 16, 15. Now I'm going to have them still longer episodes, about 15 minutes. Almost like part one of the reunion was about 15 minutes long. So it's going to be like that. It's not going to be 30-minute episodes anymore. They're just going to be like anywhere from 12 to 15 minutes. And I'm going to try to keep them cute and simple again. And see if we can make a good, simple season like they used to be. Thank you, Antonio. Antonio says, I like your video. Patrice versus Jayla and Jenna. They might be able to beat Patrice if they're jumping. Would Gabby ever talk loud? Yes, she does this season when she gets mad, finally. Look how good this school looks, though. Like, I really ate with that school. I like that you put JoJo on there, even though she was 31. Yeah, I really did want to bring JoJo back one more time. I just feel like JoJo was good drama, and she definitely brought something to the show. I feel like everyone played their part this season on BGC 21. Tara versus Savannah. Probably Savannah. I'm scared to see Patrice throw Danielle off the stage. Yes, she gets tired of her shit. Would Ronda Rousey be on the same level as Zari and Patrice? She would probably be she'd be close to Melanie. Like a 2. Like mid 2, I'd say. The only reason not, because Ronda Rousey's not unbeatable. Like, someone bigger named Holly Holmes took Ronda down, so she's able to take down. So I'd put her at a mid 2. Not exactly a high 2, but a mid 2 maybe. Maybe almost a high 2. You're okay, happy lover. Amber and Patrice versus Cassandra and Zari. Well, Zari can beat Patrice, but Amber could beat Cassandra. So I'd be like suspicious. I don't even know how that would wrap. You should make a trans girl inspired by Joyce. I feel like people are gonna say Brittany kind of looks like Joyce when I make her. But yeah, I definitely did want to do a trans girl for TFC. So what happened to Trauma Queen? She recently deleted all her videos while I was watching one. So originally what she had told me when it comes to like YouTube and like deleting the videos, she just said she needed a break from like social media and like YouTube creating. When it comes to the BGC stuff, we had like a disagreement about the season finale. So when I had made the post that I might need like a replacement for JoJo and Trauma Queen, she was not happy about that. She said that she felt like I was throwing her under the bus for the episode coming out late, which that was not the case, and I did try to explain that to her, but she never responded. But she did say that she was leaving the project since it had been gone on for a year, and that she won't be doing the reunion. So that's why I did find Anna, who is the new voice actress for Amber currently. But yeah. Do Paige and Bianca fight on the Loves on the Beach? Yes, they do again. How many episodes for Love on the Beach? It's probably going to be about like a 4 to 5 episode season. It might be 5. Janelle versus Cassandra, definitely Cassandra. Kay versus Stassi. I fight like Krishan. Wait. A fight like Krishan versus Jenna. I don't know. I mean, Krishan's she is really scrappy, but I feel like Jenna could hold her own. Especially she doesn't have hair for Krishan to grip either. Uh, did Patrice ever lose a fight? Yes, to Melinda. And technically she will lose to Zari too, but not by much. Nikki BGC 10 versus Jupiter, probably Jupiter. Is Patrice in a relationship? She is currently from this reunion, yes. She's in a relationship. Sabrina versus Taylor mini fight would go crazy. Period. I agree. Because they both are scrappy. Someone said, Patrice, I love her. Olivia versus Alexis. You guys will see that fight on TFC, and it's not very eventful. What level is Sasha? She's technically a level 1, like Melinda. Maybe even a mid 1. I didn't really add like low 1, low mid 2, or low 1, mid 1, and like upper 1, because right now Melinda was the only one. Yeah, Krishan does hit. How big is Zari? She's the same size as Kay, which I guess technically she'll be a little bit taller when I finish Kay's legs. Oops, someone said, interesting. Morgan versus Danielle. If it's Danielle and Green, Danielle and Green can beat Morgan, and Danny with red hair can also beat Morgan. How tall is her boyfriend? Ha! So Patrice's boyfriend is like 6'2", so he is technically shorter than her, but... How big is Patrice? Patrice is 6'4", and Jupiter's 6'3". And I think the only reason Jupiter looks taller than Patrice at the reunion is because Patrice is in flats and Jupiter's in heels. So technically Jupiter's like 7 feet tall right now at the reunion. She tall as hell. We need a tour of the high school. I have to build the rest of it now because, as you guys know, they were going to be the smaller figures like this. As you can see, they're much smaller. But I decided after this reunion, I'm going to switch back to the 1/12 scale figures. So the high school is currently being converted. Let's see. Sasha versus Melinda would be but someone has to win. I mean, Sasha won in the comics. I mean, security kind of pulled them apart. Because the school Melinda goes to has security because she's always fighting. But, yeah. So, Sasha flipped Melinda, though. That's the only reason she won. Because otherwise they were both punching each other, like, pretty much the same. But then Sasha did flip Melinda by her piggy tails at the end. But then security broke it up. So that was the Sasha fight. So it's not like Melinda got her ass beat. She just got flipped, which was the first time she had been flipped by somebody. Is Zari bigger than Rolly? Zari's tall. Zari's 5'10", so she's much bigger than Rolly, but she's thick-wise, she's probably in between Biggie and Rolly. So, like, Rolly at the reunion and Biggie, like, she'd be somewhere in between. Jupiter and Jenna was a good fight, period. Miss Lisa, okay, someone said, how good is Cassandra's mom at fighting? So Cassandra's mom used to do street fighting, kind of like a fight club, which you guys will learn about eventually on TFC. So she learned a lot of things in her fight club, and she used to like win money from it, so that's why she can fight good, and she's honestly probably a low or mid 1, or no, low or mid 2. So she's like Jackie, Melanie level fighting. She's very scrappy. She's a little slower now since she's older though. But yeah. Sean, would you consider to spill the tea about Bailey's man? So Bailey just has like a normal boyfriend back in where was she from? Kentucky. So she's just got a boyfriend back home. He's just a classic small town boy. Let's see. Miss Lisa versus Zari. Probably Zari, but Miss Lisa's putting up a good fight. What do you think is the craziest fight in Sean Show's history? Ooh. Hmm. There's been so many. I'm gonna have to think through them now. Um, I'd say fight wise, I still think the 4 versus 4 fight was one of the craziest and the best. I also think there's a few of them that are just really good though. I mean, I'd say the 4 versus 4 fight on TFC, which was Cassandra, Jacqueline, Gabby, and Taylor versus Chelsea, Mooney, Raina, and Alexis. That one was really good. And that one definitely ate. And then I would say Jupiter pulling JoJo out of her bed is one of the craziest ones. And then like their round 2 is pretty good too. I also think the street fight in BGC 20 with Ice Spice in Miami was really good too. So those were some of my favorites. Oh. And I would say the house fight of BGC 20, where it was Patrice versus Danielle, and Amber versus Morgan / Jenna versus Morgan / Danny versus Danny. That one was a pretty good one too. Jupiter versus Sasha, definitely Sasha. Did any of them leave with a black eye? In the comic series, they always got roughed up real bad. Jupiter versus Amani. It'd be close to a tie. It'd probably be close to a tie. Because Amani is very similar to like Jenna, but a little bit scrappier. Well, the reason that I would assume that Rhonda would be in a high 2 is because she's fought people like Zari, and she did take them down. Yeah, it would just depend. I mean, well, you guys will have to see how Zari fights on BGC 21 and TFC. Because we've only seen Zari in 1 or 2 scuffles, which was Jacqueline versus Zari, and then the random Bianca fight, which she tore Bianca up. So we just know. Stunna Girl versus Jenna in an argument who reads better. Oh, we know Jenna's gonna eat Stunna Girl up. Jenna is too sassy. Like, Stunna can read, but sometimes she like stutters a little bit too much. I feel like Jenna would just eat her up. No shade. Sean, do you play Roblox? I haven't played Roblox in like 2 years, but I have played it and I did think it was fun, yes. We need more bad girls from Arizona. Danielle didn't represent. Ooh, yeah, we should have some more girls from Arizona. I agree. Is anyone gonna get pregnant? So, in like the BGC world, Brooke is pregnant right now, and you guys will get to see her on the New Year's special. And someone said, so let me spill a coffee. I'm going off since that boy donated $50. We should get a BGC 22. I haven't even planned that far on like BGC, but if I was gonna do a BGC 22, I think I'm gonna go back to the original plan for BGC 20, which was a New Orleans Halloween season. So I think if I do a BGC 22, it's going to be a Halloween season, and it's going to be in New Orleans again, in a spooky old Victorian house. So, oh, someone said Oklahoma. Okay, she got a little boo thing back in Oklahoma. But yeah, so BGC 22 would be the Halloween New Orleans season, if I do one. Jackie versus Miss Lisa. Miss Lisa gonna eat her up. No shade. When you made Bailey, she reminded me of Lauren from BGC 6. Did she remind you of Lauren from BGC 6? A little bit, yeah, I'm not gonna lie. She did kind of make me think of Lauren from BGC 6. Someone said, where are your dolls at? They're gonna be for sale on Etsy. I've got some, honestly, they're spread all over my room right now because I'm in the middle of like filming a bunch of random stuff. So they're just kind of, Bailey's waiting to come on stage right now. How about the house fight on BGC 16? That one was really crazy. I feel like the newer season fights have kind of ate that one up a little bit, but I feel like because it was done well with like the suspense buildup, I do feel like that one definitely goes down in history. Scotty versus Taylor. Definitely Taylor. Ice Spice versus Low London. Probably Ice Spice, but Low gonna put up a fight. Is Jenna a Cancer? I don't remember what birthday I gave her. I thought it was August. So on Roblox/Discord, we have a BGC server, and there is one person who is always Jacqueline. Period. BGC 20 was a very good season. Thank you, Nua. I agree. I think BGC 20 came out really good. Like, I was just reviewing, like, the season just recently to see, like, because sometimes I'll rewatch my work to see, like, what can I do better this year. Like, I'll rewatch a film, like, one of my shows, and I'll be like, they need to move a little smoother this year. Or, that plot line was a little shaky. We can do better. Or, like, let's do better fashion. So, like, I'll rewatch it and just kind of see what I think I can improve on this year. And I will say, like, I think the season was really good. I think that it had a vibe, like a good aesthetic, like the purples, the blues, and then like the icy vibe. Like it was a good aesthetic. The snow was great. The first like fights in the snow were like, it was a very iconic season. I agree. We need to see more Florida girls. Melanie and Megan represented it the best. Yes, which Melanie and Megan are from Tennessee. Same place Jacqueline's from, which is how Jacqueline knows them. But then they moved to Florida, so now they're Florida girls. Period. Chelsea versus Low London. Definitely Chelsea. When does the New Year's special come out? So I'm using the same stage as BGC, but it's going to be changed. So once I finish the reunion, then I'm doing the New Year's special right after. So I'm going to try to have it come out this month as well. So they're pretty much filming back to back. And then I will be going full force on TFC Season 2 to get you guys that in March. And I will also be developing Scream Cult right away. So TFC and Scream Cult will be the next 2 shows. And I'm hoping... Honestly, I'm just going to go ham. Like, I'm hoping I can get everything moved into my art room so I can just film all kinds of shows. There's going to be the Heart Demon movie. There's going to be the Hat Man movie with Melanie. There's going to be the Smashing Pumpkins movie, which since we missed Halloween last year, I think I'm going to make it Halloween this year. I'm preparing, guys. I am preparing. We're going in. I'm going to do a Christmas one with Kenya. In the summertime, I want to do another mermaid movie because I know a lot of people really liked the mermaid movie. So I'm thinking of doing another really magical mermaid type of movie with Zari. And it might be called Sandcastle, but I'm not sure. And then during the summers when I will do probably BGC 21 and Love's a Beach, so the Love Show. And then, of course, there's the smaller series like Exit Labs with Kitty and Mr. Science and the Giant Kitty. There's the Melinda series and the Mom series. And then the Witch series. So those are all mini series that are going to be sprinkled within somewhere in between all of them. And then, of course, Melanie. The Melanie series is kind of a smaller series, too, and that will also be out soon. Hey, Sean, when is your last season of BGC? Um, it's unknown right now. BGC 20 was supposed to be the last season, but I did say if people like donated to the channel, which you guys can donate, it's the little thanks button. But even like besides BGC, I still ask like if you guys are feeling generous when the store opens, like if you buy a figure, just know that that supports the channel. So the figures will be for sale, or you can donate like $2 to the channel by hitting the thanks button. So, and then I'm going to be selling merch again, but I'm linking it into my Etsy shop this time. So, yeah. So you can either buy figures, you can buy merch, or you can donate to the channel. All of that will be used to obviously pay for more stuff for the channel because I really don't make like that much, but like, yeah. So, BGC 20 was supposed to be the last season, but since people like started donating and supporting the channel, I did promise to do BGC 21, and then I will extend that promise to BGC 22, and we will go from there. So it's unknown. Someone said you should do BGC back for more. What does Amani and Kalani look like? Okay, so I guess I'll just spoil it for everyone in the live right now. Originally, Amani and Kalani. So Kalani was gonna be Mexican, and then Amani is black. Amani's gonna have orange hair, kind of like that cute picture of Tasiki where she has her orange hair, or even like Ice Spice. But I decided to make Amani and Kalani twins. They're inspired by the Claremont twins, but they can fight. Amani can fight better than Kalani. Ooh. So Amani's still gonna have her orange hair, and it's gonna be like bright orange. And then, Kalani, I haven't decided on her hair color yet. Might be purple, or it might be a color, or it might be blue. I haven't decided yet. I kind of want them to both have colorful hair. They're gonna have the same face. Oh, someone said, "Does Chelsea get chlamydia?" No. She just gets a baby. She don't get no chlamydia, she get a baby. How does Sasha fight? She fights similar to Melinda. They fight very similar. Not gonna lie, we need a fighter who would actually be an outstanding fighter if they didn't miss 80% of their hits. I mean, Amber really didn't miss most of her hits. People are saying she can't fight, but she was landing almost all of her hits. She was really winding it back and ba. So I feel like Amber definitely is one of those girls. And Jenna also doesn't miss most of her hits. But we'll see. We'll see what happens with Amani. Oh, can I dare you to do something? Mm-mm. Mm-mm. Do you think Jenna would be a fan favorite if she was on Baddies? I think she might. Because I feel like a lot of the new girls they bring on the show tend to like bow down to the OGs, and we just know that Jenna would not bow down to the OGs. You know, Jenna would get into it with Natalie. She'd get into it with Rolly. Like she'd be getting into it with most of them, and she can kind of fight too. So I feel like she'd be a fan favorite. Not gonna lie, Mackenzie popped Jenna. I feel like Jenna won. No shade, but Mackenzie tried. Tokyo Vanity versus Bianca. I'd say Bianca. Have you ever thought about doing a Baddies spinoff or keep BGC? I would rather do BGC since Baddies is kind of a BGC ripoff. No shade. Someone said now Prince. What would happen on episode 6, 7, and 8 if you kept going? If I kept going for BGC 20, I have to remember where it left off. Honestly, I feel like Jupiter would end up going home. Mainly because we saw she can fight dirty if she wants to. So I feel like Jupiter probably would have ended up going home for beating up JoJo too many times. I think that... I think that Jupiter would have ended up going home. JoJo might even go home since she keeps swinging on Mackenzie. And then I think the season would have got a little boring. Danny and Danielle would have either fought again or they would have made up. That would have been probably what would have happened there. So I feel like the season would have just got a little boring. Kind of like BGC 16 once everyone went home. It got really boring. Colorado? I thought they was from there. I didn't remember if it was Colorado or Tennessee. It was one or the other. You should do Bad versus Wild. I mean, we're doing like the all-star battle, so I guess it'd be similar. Yeah, I think you're right. I think Melanie was from Colorado, and they did a horse ranch. Chelsea is so funny. I think Chelsea is funny too. Where's the Christmas special? So the Christmas/New Year special that's about to be filmed. I'm using this building right here, so I have to finish part 2 of the reunion before the Christmas special comes out. So once part 2 of the reunion's done filming, I'll jump right into the Christmas special, which has Melinda, Melanie, Chelsea, Cassandra, Jimmy the Snowman, Mr. Cookie, I think, and a few other characters. So it's gonna be good. Will the Pale Man come back? We might do the Pale Man series again. We'll see. He's right here. He's lurking in the corners. Yes, guys. Oh, well, JM says, I love horror. You guys are gonna get some good horror movies. So anyone who likes the horror shorts that I do, just know we're coming out with some really creepy shit this year. Is Rowan supposed to be Annie? No. Rowan, I don't know when I'm going to bring Rowan back, but she is not Annie. Annie is completely different. Annie's similar looking to Melanie, but she has a lot of tattoos, like all over, and a lot of freckles. But she'll be cute. But yeah, we're coming out with a lot of horror stuff. I've written so many scripts. Smashing Pumpkins is a horror one, and it's good. It's not scary or anything. It's just kind of a fun horror one. So if you don't like horror, I'd still watch Smashing Pumpkins. It's got Chelsea. It'll be good. The Heart Demon one's definitely gonna be creepy. It's got gore. It's got a campground. I'm also doing a Heart Demon. So I might do 2 Heart Demon movies this year. One is going to be the Valentine's Day dance. So there's a dance massacre with Heart Demons at a high school, because I know you guys really liked the Heart Demon at the high school. So we will be doing another Heart Demon at the high school. And then there's the Heart Demon one at the campground as well with Raina. So I'll be doing that one as well. There's the Hat Man one, which actually is pretty creepy. I'm not going to lie. So if you like scary stuff, the Hat Man short with Melanie, Zari, Sophia, Xavier, and a few other characters, that one's going to be really creepy. That one's going to be coming out soon too. Of course, Scream Cult is a horror one, and it's really juicy. I think Scream Cult's going to be amazing. So that's another horror short as well. When does BGC 20 Reunion Part 2 come out? I'm thinking next week, but we will see if I can get voiceovers done by then. Someone said the Mermaid movie is one of my favorites. Yes, I will be doing another Mermaid one. Will you ever film with the mega size? Right now, no. Maybe in the future. But as of right now, no, because I'm possibly changing the mega design to ball joint, like a ball joint doll with like rubber band, like they're stringed. So that's probably what I'm going to do for megas. Wait, isn't Zari that purple-haired girl in TFC? Yes, she is. Taryn versus Janet? Who's Janet? Naomi WWE versus Taylor? Probably Naomi. Isaiah. Hello. Melinda versus Natalie. We know Melinda gonna meet Natalie. Zari versus Naomi. Ooh. Someone said Jaheim said, OMG. So wait, are they black? Who? Are we talking about Amani and Kalani? Yes, they will be black. They're inspired by the Claremont twins. Oh, someone said Sean try to intimidate the Jenna voice when she gets all sassy. I can't. Um, Amber. No, wait. I can't do the Jenna voice. Amber, don't make me take wig number 2. No. I think Jenna's the most hated. I don't know. I saw a lot of love for Jenna at the reunion. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, I still see hate comments, but Amber low-key fight like a boxer. She does. JoJo and Jenna got their karma with Jupiter. Period. This season did have some good karmas. Have you ever considered a Bad Boys Playboy Club? I've thought about it in the past, but as of right now, I don't think I'm going to do Bad Boys, only because I didn't really like the real Bad Boys show, and yeah, plus like the Love's a Beach show is going to have a lot of guy fights, and then TFC this season has a lot of guy fights too, so. But if I were to cast one, definitely Xavier. He's problematic. Matt Manbun, because he's funny, he's a vibe, he's awkward. I'd put Geo, which is one of the twins. If you guys go on my Instagram, you can see Geo. He has the blonde and brown curly hair. He's Tamara's twin brother. I'd put Geo on there. I'd put Corey, Trenton, Tristan, Anthony, which I need to bring Anthony back. So I have to sculpt him still. I'd put Hyun. So many guys. Let's see. Oh, someone said, I really don't like JoJo. Yeah, JoJo definitely rubs people the wrong way. Amber versus Patrice would have been the biggest twist, not gonna lie. I think so too. Are you still doing the BG17 reunion? Yes. Oop, Chris says, yes, I love the creepy. You're gonna love the hat, man. That one is creepy. Period. BGC17 reunion, yes. I will be doing it eventually. Random gotcha creator. Hi, I love your channel, and I'm gonna make a character based off of Mackenzie. Thank you. I can't wait to see her. Do Taylor and Chelsea fight again on Fat Cheerleader? No. They had their fallout. They actually get closer again, especially when Chelsea gets pregnant. Her and Taylor are the ones who take the pregnancy test together. Ooh, someone said you should make a horror movie inspired by Lights Out. Maybe. Oh, Janet's the girl who attacked Vicky. Probably Taylor. Ooh, Bianca from WWE. Just like Naomi versus Jupiter. Probably Bianca. Sasha versus Melinda. One-on-one fight with no security. Possibly Sasha or a tie. Someone said bye, Janet. What if Chelsea and JoJo fight at the reunion? I mean, Chelsea would whoop JoJo, but that's why Chelsea uses her sister Sincere to fight. To be honest, the Zari realistic one that was on your Insta looked like Cupcake. Oh my god. That's funny. Some tea we didn't know about TFC. I feel like I've told a lot of the tea, but I've been hiding a really big secret. A really big secret on TFC Season 2. But I don't want to spill all the tea. So, but yeah. There's a really big secret I have not told you guys about Season 2. Some of the background story of the characters. So much happens this season. It's going to be really good. That's why I'm really trying to put it together. But I can't wait to start filming because Who was Patrice in a dressing room with? She was in the dressing room with Melanie and Danny with red hair. Yeah, I think that was it. And then Jenna, I think Jenna was in her own dressing room. Yeah, it was Patrice, Melanie, and Danny with red hair. Did Chelsea's sister really fight JoJo at the end of the reunion? Yes, she does. It's even in the script now, where JoJo just gets attacked. It turns into chaos. So part two of the reunion's gonna be very messy, just so you guys know. Can we get a hint? It involves Gabby and Patrice and Chelsea. That's all I'm gonna say. I almost called Jupiter a pedo because I thought Mackenzie was 18. No, Mackenzie was 20 and then she turned 21. Jupiter doesn't have a crush on Mackenzie. She kind of looks at Mackenzie as like a little sister. They just really clicked up, and Jupiter like has this weird loyalty to people, so she just picked Mackenzie to be loyal to, and she kind of sees her as like her little sister. So that's why she protects her. Rolly Polly versus Ronda Rousey versus Jenna versus Jackie. What? Rolly Polly versus Ronda Rousey. So is it Rolly Polly and Ronda Rousey versus Jenna and Jackie? I mean, Ronda's probably eating, but Jenna and Jackie could both probably beat up Rolly. But, But Ronda kind of has to focus on one person. Like, I feel like if Ronda got jumped, it'd be a little different. You should have a fan attack a cast member at the reunion, or a fight break out backstage. There's many fights backstage this time. You guys will see. So technically, yes, someone from the audience attacks one of the castmates backstage. Ooh, someone said Jupiter needs to get a new weave. I was thinking for the reunion you was going to give her red and black hair. So Jupiter's hair's changed many times. She will have a different hair color for the Love Show. Like, she's gonna have black hair with like a little purple underneath for the Love Show, so she'll look different on there. But her hair has changed many times, just not for the show. Cause this show, like, Jupiter got a new weave for the show, and like the show just ended and she filmed it like a little bit after, so she didn't change her weave up for the show, unfortunately. Cardi B versus Bailey, probably Cardi B. I feel like Mackenzie's a Sagittarius. I have to go through and give all my characters names again. I want to see what? Hold on, it won't let me read it. I want to see Jupiter versus Olivia. Now we know Jupiter gonna hurt Olivia. Jupiter versus ET. Well, Jupiter fights like Naj, so just imagine Naj and ET. I need to go to the gym again. I'm getting squishy. Should I get my sister's Barbies and do a BGC? Period. Do it. Do it. Ugh. But yeah, guys, for anybody who does buy like my figures, just know. Someone said it's gonna be messy. Sean, I heard Tasiki beat up ET, but ET said she had Siki's mouth bleeding. Yeah, Tasiki did look like she had a busted lip, but we saw the clips, y'all. We saw the clips. E.T. was murked. She was thrown around. She was beat down. She was sat down. She was jumped. Like, Tasiki whooped her almost every time. So, I don't think E.T. held her own with Tasiki, but she did hold her own with everyone else. Olivia versus EBT. Now, we know that she's gonna whoop her ass. EBT's gonna beat Olivia. I have BGC 8 planned for me. BGC 1 was a mess and someone died. Oh my god. Tasiki eats, period. But yeah, guys, if you guys do end up buying my figures when the store opens, just know you can go to Hobby Lobby and they have full furniture packs that work for the figures. So you guys can get all kinds of furniture for your figures if you do end up getting mine because they're 1/12 scale. But alright guys, I am gonna go because I have to get ready for work. I work very early. Unfortunately. So I'ma head out. But thank you guys for joining the live, period. And yeah, E.T. did have a bunch of rings on, so just like Natalie. But alright guys, deuce. Bye.